This video is going to focus on using Google Docs, both through the Google Classroom app and just using the Docs app by itself. So I'll start by going into Google Classroom. So when you get into Google Classroom and you get into an assignment that you want to add a Google Docs to, once you get into the assignment, you can click on the Your Work, and that will bring up the menu, allows you to add items to the assignment. So we can add an attachment, go to New Docs, then that will create that blank doc. It should put your name on there. And then if you want to edit that, there'll be a little edit button, I think, down on the right hand side. Little pencil here. If I click on that pencil, that's going to open it in the Docs app, and then that allows me to type into the document and then add it into Classroom. So it has some of the functionality that Google Docs normally would have if you were working on it on a Chromebook or on a computer, but it doesn't have everything. So you can select text, and you can edit it in the normal ways that you would be able to edit it using any type of word processor. So you can bold it, you can italicize, you can underline, you can change the font color, the different colors. You can adjust the alignment, whether you want it to be left, right, center, or justified. You can change your font style, whether it's the type of font that you use, the size, the color, all that stuff. You can go into your paragraph settings and you can add in things like numbered lists, bulleted lists. You can change the indenting, change your line spacing. And you can also add things in. If you want to add in images, it allows you to add in images from your photos. You can search the web, or again, you can take pictures with your camera. And you can add in tables from that plus button as well if you needed to insert a table for whatever you're doing in your class. And so that's kind of the basics of it. Again, it's not as functional as if you were working on it on using a laptop or a Chromebook. So you can't do some of the things like columns and some of the more advanced editing things like adding in Google Images using Google Drawing. But it can do most of what you would need to do to interact, whether it's just adding in typing or adding in images. Okay, once you're done, you press the check mark. That would save it, and then that would put it into that Google Classroom assignment. So now just to get back into Google Docs itself, most of the functionality is the same as what I just showed you, but if you go into the Docs app, it looks a little bit different from the beginning than it would from Google Classroom. So when you get in there, it's going to show the different things that you've edited, including the ones that I just had up there. But there's a little nice plus button down at the bottom there, and that's how you would start a new doc if you wanted to just type something without going through Classroom. And you can choose a template, or you can go into New Document, and that'll open up a blank document that allows you to type in there. Now everything else would look the same as it did when we were in Classroom. All the different buttons, whether it's bold, italicize, underline, the add, all those things. Plus you can go into the settings and you can share that if you needed to share that with someone. If you were working on this with someone else or you wanted to share it with your teacher and you weren't in Classroom, you could share it through there. And I think that's basically everything that you would need to know in order to be able to function in this. It's not terribly difficult, but if there are any subtle things that you were trying to do in here, you should be able to figure it out using what I've shown you here.